It is time for the one, the only Debbie Georgiani. Get real with Debbie G. It's Debbie, Georgia, NNI. Good morning, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
Good morning. I love that music. Would you send me that music? I just want to listen to it every morning. I think that is awesome.
Debbie, I'm going to do what your teachers have done to you for many, many years while we were all in school. I'm going to hit you with a quiz first thing Friday morning.
Tell me.
Now, all of our listeners already know this, and I presented this. We have a little something called Fact or Fiction on Fridays. We do it every Friday. Because we're not that creative. We come up with a thing, we beat it to death. Yeah. And so we've got a Fact or Fiction every Friday during the 8 a.m. hour. Gotcha. So I brought in a teaser, and I asked the smartest guy I know, and you know him as well, Sean Finn, producer Sean. And I asked him this question. So what I do is I give a statement, and you say whether that is a fact or a fiction. You know, fact or fiction actually started with you when we were doing on-air pledge drives, and I would come up with, what was it called? Shoot.
Fabulous, fascinating.
Fabricated facts. Yeah, fabricated facts. Yeah. So this one is, I make a statement and you say whether that is fact or fiction. Are you ready?
Got it. Yep. Bring it on.
Usually they're very serious. I mean, this is serious stuff.
Get on with it,
We
Dave.
want to learn something along the way. Nearly 3% of the ice in the Antarctic glaciers is penguin urine.
Is this a joke?
No. Is this statement fact or fiction?
Okay,
Nearly
fact. Fact.
What? Mm-hmm. Why did you say that so quickly?
I don't know. It just sounded like I should say that.
Well, you're exactly right. Nicely done.
Really?
Yeah.
I love penguins. You know,
3%.
they mate forever. You know, I love that.
Yeah,
they do.
They're so cool.
And they also pee all over those glaciers. So there you go. Nicely done. 3% of the ice there is
okay. And I did not listen to your earlier segment. I was on a different morning show. So there you go. Okay, go ahead.
So good morning to you. It's time for Get Real.
Oh, that's it. That was it.
That was it. You got it right. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Do I get any applause or anything? I get nothing.
No, you get nothing. No, we expected it of you because you're Debbie G. For goodness' sake, your name is spelled Georgia NNI. I mean, come on. It's you're fascinating already.
That's right. I posted on Facebook a couple days ago that my name is pronounced incorrectly so many times I don't even know how to pronounce it anymore.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Everybody laughed at that. Okay, so Get Real. We're going to talk about fighting fair. Okay, so we're going into the weekend, and you can use this strategy with your spouse, with your kids, with your coworkers, your friends, your fellow parishioners. You know, oftentimes when we disagree with somebody, we don't really know how to, the confrontation, you know, the conflict really bothers us, right? And we really don't know how to, what we call fight fair. And what I mean by that is you want to create a win-win, okay? So just by the nature of the word fight, right? When you think of a fight, like boxers in a ring, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, right? You have to have that. So when you're in a relationship, any type of relationship, that's not really the Christian approach. The Christian approach is really where we uphold the other's dignity, and we create a situation of a win-win where you can get your point across. You can have a healthy debate and a discussion. You can even agree to disagree, but you do respect that other person, and you really try to build that other person up. You don't want that person to lose, so you don't want to be a right fighter, okay, where everything has to be your way, and it's like, okay, I know I'm right, and I'm just going to nail this other person, and the other one's going to realize that they were wrong. That is not a good way to have really any type of Christian relationship, because now you can still, even though if it's a definite situation where somebody is in the right and somebody is in the wrong, you can still get that point across very easily and effectively by doing it in a way where you ask questions. You know, you ask the other person to repeat back what you said, or understand, you know, try to grasp better what you said, and try to process it together. I will tell everyone this, okay? This is a life coaching technique that we use all the time with clients. I will tell you it takes a little bit longer to do, just a little bit, probably maybe 45 seconds, maybe a minute, that's it. But a lot of couples, because they're so quick with each other, they're so used to being with each other, they don't take that extra time. And in 1 minute, you can transform an interaction from being super negative and having bitterness and resentment and anger and all sorts of things to something that is really productive and beautiful. So I would really just like everyone to explore this going into the weekend of really creating some win-win arguments that people actually feel like, wow, this was good. We learned something. We got to a better conclusion. We're moving on, and it's just wonderful. So practice that, you guys. This is just a little helpful hint on being and getting real. I will tell you why it's so important now, because we're in a world where social media tends to just squash people, just throws them up against the wall or erases them, and that's not healthy. And so we have to practice in the domestic church, our homes. We have to practice these good and wonderful techniques and model them for our kids and our grandkids so that we can start to transform the culture.
Well, and practicing it is a great idea, because that's not something that comes natural to a lot of folks, right? We're going to have to work at that.
Yeah, and look, I love these segments, and you know how much I really enjoy everything you share. You ripped this off Pat Benatar. I'm just saying. Pat Benatar said, you come on with the come on, you don't fight fair, but that's okay. See if I care. Knock me down. It's all in vain. I'll get right back up on my feet again. You read it, and you put a wonderful presentation together. But come on, sister. Let's give credit where credit is due. That's Pat, baby.
Is that the song? Is that Hit Me With Your Best Shot? Yeah. That's really good. I'm going to use that as an example. That's really good. Thank you. Actually, I'm going to put that down. That is excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if we look at our own relationships, you can think of the times that you didn't have that kind of patience to really work with somebody, and you just wanted to tell your spouse or your friend or whatever, no, I'm right, you're wrong, just accept it. And that's not healthy. I mean, and it doesn't mean you're weak and trying to give everybody a participation medal or something like that. It doesn't mean that. You're not trying to avoid the truth. What you're trying to do is make sure you're being respectful and keeping the dignity of that other person, keeping that other person intact. Don't hit that person hard in ways that they can't recover from, because the people that they're closest to, it wounds them terribly. So that's why even arguments amongst couples is very important to argue in a healthy way.
Yeah, and look, I mean, the goal isn't to win yourself, right? As you said, it's got to be a win-win, and ultimately, it's got to be a win for the Lord and His relationship with each person involved. And so you got to always keep that in mind. And we said this before, but I think once we really come and are honest about this, we don't really want to hear what somebody else thinks. We don't really want to hear anybody else's opinion. We want to hear our opinions coming out of other people's mouths. That's it. We really don't like anyone who disagrees with us.
Right. I love those points. I agree with most of them.
Very, very good. Now, come on. We're going to talk this through.
Debbie G., what a wonderful experience.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Finn waiting to knock it out of the park.
That was a great way to end the week. I love that.
Hit me with your best shot. But be kind about it. And, there you go.
That's
all right. Thank you.
Take two with Jerry and Debbie. High noon today. Looking forward to that as well. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.